Are you working out hard enough? Let's be real here. You kind of know whether you're hitting the gym hard enough or whether you're really slacking on your workouts. And if you don't know, then that's what I'm here to tell you today. So strap in, get ready for episode 140. Let's go.
I've always been that skinny guy.
Why can't I gain muscle mass?
What do I do in the gym?
They said I'd always be skinny.
This is your complete source for how to gain lean muscle and break out of your skinny body. From nutrition to getting the most out of your workouts and everything in between. We know just how frustrating gaining muscle mass can be, but don't worry, we've got you covered. You're listening to the Bones to Bulk podcast.
Hey, welcome to today's episode. My name is Brian Parody. I will be your host today. And before we dive into today's episode, if you have not, then head over to youtube.com/bones to bulk. For the entire month of June, I am launching a series of my 3 favorite exercises for all muscle groups. So each week I release my top 3 picks for each muscle group. So you definitely want to head over there and check that out. All right, with that being said, let's dive into today's content. So you probably have had days where your workout sucks. Let's just be real here. You go in the gym and you're not feeling it and you end up texting more than you end up lifting. And I get it. I'm guilty of this myself. I've done it before. But how do we avoid that? How do we keep that to a minimum? Because yes, you are going to have days when you're more motivated than other days to work hard in the gym. But there's also some things you can set up in place to where you can try to prevent it at least as much as is possible. But again, you're going to have off days. So realize that to begin with, that some days you're just not going to feel it, but you need to get in there and you need to do it anyway. Because that's how you get to your goal. It's through that consistency that's doing it when you don't feel like doing it. Now, does this mean you have to be 110% perfect? No, it does not. We're all human. We're all going to screw up. We're all going to fail. We're going to miss gym days. We're going to have crappy workouts. Like, it's going to happen. But for the most part, we have to be consistent and we have to be hitting our workouts hard. So how do we do that? Well, one is getting in the right frame of mind. And sometimes that can be as simple as reminding yourself of while you're walking up to the gym or while you're driving there, why you're doing this. Why am I going and spending an hour of doing something that is not fun to better myself? Like, what is the core reason of that? And reminding ourselves of that reason sometimes is enough motivation to kind of switch our mindset from, I don't want to do this to, all right, I'm going to do this. And so it's important to know your why. If you've not figured out your why, I highly encourage you to sit down with some paper, with your computer, however you like to take notes, and jot down everything you can think of why you want to get in better physical shape. All right, number 2, this can seem like a no-brainer, but music. Like, music can make or break a workout. It really can. I don't know about you, but my gym plays terrible music, so forgetting your earbuds is always a bad thing, but it happens and that shouldn't stop you. But if you do remember your earbuds, believe me, you have to have a good playlist, whatever gets you pumped up. And everybody's not going to agree on that, and that's fine. But take the time out to compile a playlist of music that gets you ready to go. Because I'm telling you, some of my best lifts, some of my personal bests on lifts have been to music that gets me fired up. I have one song that I've hit more PRs on than any other song ever. So, like, it's a real thing. Next, you've got to fuel your body properly. So it's helpful sometimes to have a simple carbohydrate, maybe 30 minutes before your gym workout, because it's going to give you the right fuel you need to get through your workout. I like to do like some fruit or some other kind of simple carb 30 minutes before my workout, because I know when I'm dragging in my workout, it's going to kick in and I'm going to have that energy I need. Also, a pre-workout. If you don't take a pre-workout, you should. Well, let me preface that with something. If you're already amped up, don't take a pre-workout. Like, you don't need it. But if you're dragging, if you're not feeling it, take the pre-workout. It's going to give you that extra little push you need when you're struggling. Because let's face it, some days we struggle. And I don't take it every day, but I do take it when I feel like I need it. And for some people, coffee is enough. Coffee can maybe enough to get you amped up and to get you ready. If so, then have a cup of coffee 20 to 30 minutes before the gym. But also make sure you're following it with a glass of water, because your body needs that hydration when you're in the gym. So you've got your playlist together, you've taken your pre-workout, you figured out your why, you're in the gym. Now what? Well, now it's time to work. You are there for one purpose. You are there to better yourself. You're there to build your muscle, to tear down that muscle, to work, to sweat, to get in the work it takes to get to your fitness goal. And while that may not sound fun, you've got to think about the end goal, the end result. Where do you want to be a year from now? Where do you want to be 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Are you going to get there by sitting on your ass and texting? No. But working hard is going to get you there. So again, it comes back to that, not just the why, but the why and the goal. Where do you want to be? And are you progressing? Are you getting there? And sometimes changing up your routine can be enough to remotivate you. You know, I'm a firm believer you shouldn't always do the same thing in the gym. If you've been doing the same thing for months and months, you're probably bored and you need a new challenge and you need to change things up. And whether that's buying a program online or watching some YouTube videos to get some new ideas, or just researching some different workout programs, or grabbing my one-on-one coaching where I create a plan for you, like whatever it is, I don't care, but find something to where you're changing up what you normally do, because that change can be enough to give us a kick in the pants when we need it. I know for me personally, whenever I start to feel like I'm tapering off on my lifts, when I'm starting to sometimes lose some motivation, I will change things up with my workout routine, and it does wonders because I'm no longer focused on, I don't want to do this routine today. I'm focused on, I wonder if I can make it through this routine today. And the mindset shifts, and it's so important to have that plan in place, to have that routine in place. And kind of to caveat off that, you know, sometimes we go in the gym without a plan. We go in and we think, I'll hit a couple bicep exercises, a couple chest exercises, a couple leg exercises, and maybe walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes and I'll be done. Going in without a plan is probably the biggest detriment we do to ourselves at the gym. You've got to know what you're doing. You've got to know specifically, okay, I'm working out chest and triceps today, and I'm doing this exercise, this exercise, this exercise. Like, have it all laid out. Have that plan in place, because not having the plan in place, it's just going to add to that feeling of fumbling around in the gym. It's going to give you more reason to text. It's going to give you more reason to kind of lollygag in the gym. But having that plan in place, knowing that you have these 8 exercises that you have to get through of these certain muscle groups, is going to give you more motivation. Like, hey, you know what? I've only got an hour to be here at the gym and I've got to get all 8 of these done, so I better get a move on. So have that plan in place, because it's so beneficial to keep you going in the gym, because you have an end goal. You know that once you hit that 8th exercise or whatever it is, that you're done. So it can be motivating in that factor. Sometimes, finishing your workout can be enough motivation. So I hope all these tips help. There's a lot of different things that I threw out there. Make sure you set them all up. Acknowledge that there's going to be bad days, and that's okay. Push through it anyway. All right, remember, you know what I'm going to say? If you're struggling, if you're hitting walls, you can still accomplish your goals. You've got this.